Hello, my friends. It's Saturday, about 4:30 or so, um, August 17th, 2024, and I'm going to keep talking about A Course in Miracles. Drink my tea. I'd like to talk about the power of I'm sorry, the power of saying I'm sorry, which is an actual form of forgiving, asking for forgiveness. However, when we say I'm sorry to someone, we are not asking them to forgive us. They actually don't have the power to forgive us. They have the power to forgive the illusions that are appearing within their life. I have the power to forgive the illusions within my life. When I say I'm sorry, what I'm asking for, we could say we're turning it over to, in the language of A Course in Miracles, the Holy Spirit. We are turning the language over to God, the universe, the Tao, whichever term, doesn't really matter. That's what we are saying. I'm sorry. We're saying, I see that I have mistaken my thoughts, that my true self has erred in any way, that I listened to the ego, that I did not extend love, instead I projected my fear outwards, and I'm sorry. So every apology is sincere. However, it is never again addressing that outside situation or that person. Doesn't mean that, hey, if we bump into someone, we don't say I'm sorry. If we do something that is perceived to hurt someone, that we don't say I'm sorry. But the sincerity of every apology is along the lines of saying namaste, that the light, the divinity within me salutes and recognizes the divinity and the light within you. I'm saying I'm sorry, meaning the innocence, my true beingness recognizes your innocence as well. And that's where we meet. We meet on innocent ground, coming together. Please forgive me the error of believing that I am the ego. So it's the all-inclusive apology. It is an apology offered to ourselves, an apology offered to the other person. Please forgive me for my own mistaken beliefs, coming from the ego, projecting fear. And we are returning it over to the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, please forgive me, as in, I'm sorry. I need another way of thinking. I'm sorry. Please guide my thoughts to return to love. And we can always return to love. That's the power of I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's the same thing. I'm sorry is just a very, very simple phrase. It has lost a lot of the impact because we say, I'm sorry for everything, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, we can regain the sincerity of the expression and we can start offering it with that intent. From my innocence, which is now recognized, I recognize your innocence as well. So, something to consider, guys. Take care.